The poverty pimp is more dangerous than a Klansman, because the Klansman wears his hatred on his sleeve, but the poverty pimp wears your pain like a campaign button. He needs you poor, he needs you angry, he needs you desperate. Because the moment you start building for yourself, he loses his power. And power is the only thing the poverty pimp has ever loved. This song is about him. Kumbaya. Yeah.
Poverty pimps,
Riding our pain to the top.
poverty pimps,
They never wanted to stop.
poverty pimps,
Need us broken and poor.
poverty pimps.
That's what our votes are for. They raise the money on our suffering and tears. Been running the same play for 60 plus years.
Poverty pimps,
Dressed up in our cars,
poverty pimps,
writing themselves the laws. Let me introduce you to the poverty pimp, the politician who shows up every election, every limp into our neighborhoods with the handshake and a smile. Eastside food plays our music, stays a little while, then goes back to the buildings where the real decisions land, where the school budgets get cut by the same helping hand that held yours at the rally, that wiped your tears away, that promised things would change, then disappeared the next day. See, the poverty pimp needs poverty to survive, needs the broken school, needs the neighborhood to dive, needs the crime statistics, needs the unemployment rate, needs your desperation. That's how he stays great. Great in the polls, great in the fundraising game. Every black tragedy becomes his claim to fame. Raises millions on your suffering, calls it advocacy, but the neighborhood looks the same.
that's the real legacy. Poverty pimps,
Got the pulpit in a mic,
poverty pimps,
telling us what's wrong and right.
poverty pimps,
Show up when the cameras roll,
poverty pimps,
then selling us our soul. They need the outrage, need the pain to stay fresh, need another tragedy to put upon their chest.
poverty pimps,
The solution is the enemy,
poverty pimps,
our progress ends their legacy. The reverend with the private jet shows up at every funeral, never built a school, never made the renewal of the community he preaches to. Just kept playing the role of the savior who needs your suffering to keep him whole. The politician holding the seat for 30 years, same district, same conditions, same manufactured tears, cries at every press conference about the violence and blight, but never passed a bill that made one thing right. I'm not your enemy, I'm the mirror on the wall, showing you the poverty pimp, standing in your hall, standing in your church, standing at your door, taking everything you have, and always asking more votes, more loyalty, more silence and compliance, more acceptance of the narrative, less economic defiance. The poverty pimp fears one thing above all else today: a black community that builds and throws the pimp away.
poverty, poverty pimps,
The awakening is here,
poverty pimps,
your game is getting clear.
poverty pimps,
We see you for what you are,
poverty pimps,
we're reaching for the star. Not your star, not your platform, not your fundraising game, not your manufactured outrage, not your political fame. Poverty pimps, your season is done. Poverty pimps, our awakening has begun. The poverty pimp has one fatal weakness: an educated community. A community that knows the same politicians who cry at your funerals, voted for the bills that built the prison pipeline. A community that measures every promise against every result. That is the poverty pimp's greatest nightmare. Not a protest, not a march, not a hashtag. An informed community that votes for results, not for tradition. The poverty pimp.
need your poverty.
So the most revolutionary thing you can do is prosper.
Build, own, invest, educate, prosper.
Truth over tradition.
Freedom over politics.
Think for yourself. The black conservative. The black conservative.